Hey y'all, what's up? It's been a minute. I'm super excited to be with you here today. Hello, happy Friday. If you're finding me today, welcome to today's daily download. I'm trying to get the right positioning. Okay. So today we have a beautiful oracle brought to you from the shadows of the light, actually. With the tagline, as I put on this as you came in, first channeled message. There's a couple channeled messages. The first channeled message is if it's to be like the bug, like like the flying bee. If it's to be, it's up to me. Then I heard the song by Megan Trainor, Me Too. And we also are going to end with the channeled message. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this daily download. If you're new to me, welcome to Angel Insight. My name is Michelle Christidis. This is called a daily download because it is a timeless oracle. So when you find it, it is perfectly timed for you. Okay. Now, I love participation. So if you're here, hello, welcome. Drop it like it's hot in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know it's resonating. Share this with friends. Bring people into this community. All right. I've got some extra things in the box, in the description box. I put the channeled song if you want to check it out. I also put a link to a new class I'm teaching called Shadow Alchemy. And also with that class, is an instant rebate into a shadow box healing session with me. So, if you want to know what that's all about, if you have any questions, you can always send me an email at angelinsight.net. All right, here we go. So, as always, I like to kind of open with a little bit setting the stage. Okay, we're going to be using the Emergence Oracle today. This is a beautiful oracle. I love it, love it, love it. You can get it from my friend Joanna on Etsy. Okay, and so that means automatically I already know because all of the oracle has like little messages for me, right? And we're talking about your prosperity. We're talking about your uniqueness. We're talking about a shift at hand, including renewal, and what this has to do with your abundance. Okay. So let's keep going on setting the stage. We're talking about a structure that you are where you are authentic and you are collaborating with others to integrate grace, okay? Because the be in itself automatically really tells me a lot about you, okay? And that means that your will is engaged. Like you are willing to make this shift. You see what's in front of you, okay? And your angels and guides have led you here. Your shadows potentially have led you here because they want to be liberated. And as you will see in my Shadow Alchemy class, if you should take it, which I encourage you to do, okay? If you do that, you will see the first thing you engage is your will. Okay, so that has been engaged for you, and it's like now what? Okay, now what? So you want to collaborate with others to integrate that grace and to step into who you are authentically. Okay, so that's some of the first messages here. What I love about the Megan Trainor song that came in is we got a lot of sevens. Okay, a lot of sevens came in and continue to come in. This song first came out in 2016, but it didn't start trending until recently. Okay, so it took 7 years. Go back to where you were in 2016. Look at where you are now. What is going on? Is something new trending? Are you stepping into something new? We're talking about energies that forecast. Many of you who find this, I believe, are seers, okay, are healers in lots of different ways. But what's really coming into this oracle and part of setting up the stage is the planet of Saturn. Okay. So I was definitely getting Saturn here. And with that, is this like I knew I was going to do this oracle today. It actually came in a few weeks ago. I knew I was going to do it today, and the movie that keeps running in my head has a lot to do with Puss in Boots, okay, which actually gives me those Saturn vibes. So you can go watch that movie with your kids or watch it yourself, the newest Puss in Boots. And that really kind of talks about really what your shadows are trying to say. There's something that you're running away from, okay? And it's deep and it doesn't, I'm not meaning to trigger you, by the way. Most likely, most likely it is from a previous life because don't those cats have 9 lives, right? And so this is really has a lot to do with the energy here, okay? So we're integrating we're finding this integration of grace so that you can step into your power, step into your imagination and you can be you. And you can be you. Okay. So, we want to remember a couple of things from the channeled song. I thank God every day. I woke up feeling this way. So you can put this on as an anthem. Ooh, look at the goosebumps. They are going. And we also want to keep in mind, we're really kind of highlighting the throat chakra today and the well of dreams. Okay. Oh, and I just spilled my coffee. Dang it. All right. Hold on, you guys. I just had a little spill. What happens when we go live? I have to grab a towel. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this. I'm going to actually, everything always happens for a purpose, right? Now look at this. I told you I just spilled my coffee. All right. I want to take you and show you something. So I just spilled my coffee. And do you see what that shape is? Do you see the heart shape left by the coffee spill? What? That is so amazing. And so this is what's really kind of speaking to me about this whole oracle, right? If I was you, I'd want to be me too. So basically, with that Saturn, it's just like you've been having a time of it, okay? You've been going through it. You've been going through it. But what's really cool is you've been staying heart-centered. You've been staying heart-centered. You've been finding your way. And we're going to remember that Saturn is in Aquarius right now. Look where it is in your house, okay? For X expansion here. But trust your insights. Trust your insights as you're referring because the Shadows of the Light wanted to bring this oracle because we're actually talking to those who find it. We're talking about your 10th house. We're talking about your career. We're talking about, your mission, right? So we want you to come on, ride that train. Move that body. We want you to move these energies, step into your mission, your work. We need you. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. I feel so much energy in here. You guys are so magical. And hold on. Saturn's purpose is to help you do work that will translate into your foundation. And it's time to get going. It's time to get going. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to start. I was guided to start today with the Violet Flame Prayer. So let's go ahead and take a moment. I will throw a link to that in the description box so you can just settle in for a moment. I refer to myself as many things. I'm a shadow alchemist. I am a shadow dancer. I am a spiritual catalyst, an oracle. It doesn't really, I'm not trying to show off, but we have to have a way to kind of describe the work that we do. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the Violet Flame Prayer. Many of you are familiar. If you're not, just take a moment, settle in. I'll put it in the description box. I didn't do it ahead of time, but I'll do it after. Okay, I'm going to use my pendulum to also guide so we don't go too fast. It is my purest intention to invoke the angels of the highest light to merge my energetic field on all timelines, dimensions, realities for my highest good and the highest good of the all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just take a moment to let things settle. Let us do something for you. I also want to be clear that, okay, my angels and guides are telling me to be very clear, to be very transparent. As a shadow alchemist, as a person that does some deep dive work with individuals like yourself, there's always some things running in the background. And so the violet flame prayer allows me to be present. It allows different energies to not really interfere. Okay. I was getting a yes. They wanted me to share that with you. Okay, perfect. It is my purest intention to invoke Archangel Zachiel, the highest light, to direct your team of violet flame angels to cleanse, clear, balance, align, heal, seal, purify, preserve my energetic field on all timelines, all dimensions, all realities, for my highest good and the highest good of the all. And so, as I'm activating this prayer, and we're waiting in between to make sure we're not going too fast, it's giving time as a spiritual catalyst. Not only is this for you, but this is also for any work in the background. And so this prayer is being executed for all energies to keep them from enmeshing. Okay. I'm not really sure why we're going into so much detail today, but let's trust it. It's all about being transparent. It's all about you getting to know me, right? Okay. And I encourage you to get to know me. I want you to get to know me. Yes. Okay. Yes. So hopefully we've got some new people here. Follow your guidance, follow your intuition, allow yourself to come back. We talk about lots of things on this channel. We talk about the power of the all, and it comes in so many ways: the crystals, the plants, the dragons, the angels, the archangels, the shadows. Okay, so there's so many things going on. All right, we're going to step into this last part. It is my purest intention, Archangel Zachiel, the highest light, to merge my energetic field with the violet flame. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like the sun. I am God's sacred powers, freeing everyone. I'm a violet flame angel, the highest light. I step into service wholeheartedly with the purest intention of love and light for all. It is my purest intention that my violet fire will bless all who cross my path on all timelines, all dimensions, all realities, for my highest good and the highest good of the all. All right. So there we go. Violet flame prayer done. We did that with purpose. I will include that in the description box. I encourage you to get familiar with that, especially if you are holding on to lots of different energies. I'm talking to some very powerful people here who are just getting ready to emerge into their prosperity, to emerge into their mission. Okay. And so the violet flame prayer helps you do what? Well, it really helps you stay detached, my friends. Pre-shuffle ahead of time. Haven't looked. This is where we're starting. We're talking about the Ouroboros. Okay. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. But what that means is this unity and infinity, this connection. Look at the dragon tail, right? Look at the connection to the ancestors. Look at the connection to the unmanifest, right? So there's lots and lots of going on here. This has to do with our legacy. This has to do with breaking patterns. This has to do with engaging that will, but stepping into that unconditional love where we can lay down that sword and not have to fight for every single inch that we get. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be doing 7 cards together. Look at that. I literally said it's your legacy. You've been planting seeds. And this is a great reminder because just this morning, I actually had my 7th seed grow. And this was also coming in. Okay. So you've been planting seeds, and this has been going on for months. My little plants came in today to support this oracle because I was just about to give up on them. I'm not lying. I was just about to give up on them. And a few days ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to push them. I'm going to push them a little bit harder. And so, what I did is I watered them and I covered them with glass and I threw them in the sun for 2 days. And yes, my friends, with that sun, with that fire, that violet fire, that fire element, and the water element of the emotions, we really cause those seeds to break through. And in many ways, this is exactly what we're doing here with you. We are talking about a breakthrough. This is your legacy. This is your mission on this planet. I got goosebumps. They're multiplying. Okay. Ooh, the T-birds. Okay. That's really speaking to me. It's all about liberating these shadows, allowing them to transform so that you can pull in your power, your connection, your wisdom, all the things that belong to you. What's up? Yay, I caught you live. I was hoping you're around. What's up, my friend? I am here. And I actually am getting ready to send you a message of the classes I'll be teaching next week. Mary's here. Thank you for the work you do. Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here, you guys. Okay. All right. So, are we ready to jump forward? Who is ready? You have been playing your heart song. You have been doing the work. It's time to jump forward. Don't let the unmanifest, don't let what you can't see hold you back. Okay? So it's like this grasshopper is kind of holding on for his life, but it's time to leap forward. It's time to jump into something new, right? Something new. And this is so good for you, my friend. I cannot stop getting these goosebumps. I am loving it. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I'm feeling good. All right. I love that come on 1700 on the clock, because the number 17 is very connected to that song I just sang. Okay. And it is a new dawn. It is a new day. It's time to break free from the emotions. Notice how I talked about the seeds, right? Notice how I talked about the seeds. Look at what's on the other side. I love it. Notice we talked about the seeds and we doused them in water and threw them in the fire. We really, really, really pushed them out of their comfort zone. And have you been feeling like that the last couple months? This has been going on for months. I'm going to say the last 90 days. So when you find this oracle, the last 90 days, you have been going through it. Okay. You have been going through it. And with that Saturn, what I'm getting here, okay, interesting. Lots of stories. Some of you have been gliding. Like I'm getting like a roller coaster, like not roller coaster, roller skating around those rings. Okay. You've been moving really fast. And some of you have been just really grooving and just enjoying the ride. And I encourage you to continue to do that. Okay. I encourage you to do that because there is still, and this is the beautiful thing, right? With every new beginning is an ending. Spirit is talking loud today. Okay. Talking loud. So we're ending one cycle, stepping into something new. And again, it does not want to leave. This is your legacy. It's time to let that sunset happen. Okay, it's time to let that sunset happen. And what I believe we're talking about here is the shadow of the light are here. And I know that for myself, that I am stepping into my divine calling to assist others with their shadows. So if you feel guided, please make sure you check out in the description box the class that I'm teaching. And also, maybe just ask your angels and guides, would I benefit from a shadow box healing? Okay, so ask and let me know. Okay, just contact me on angelinsight.net because your connection is so much. You are very close to source. And yet, right, these shadows, which you will learn about in my class, they are from past lives. And some of them are so deep. But what they do is they affect your connection to source, your communication to individuals around you. They affect your connection really to everything. Okay. So we really want to harness that energy and tighten the energy. Allow you, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful light workers, whatever you want to call it, shadow workers, it doesn't matter. Your calling, we want you to step into that crown and not only step into that crown, look at that faith and bliss and experience faith and bliss on your side as you step into your queendom, your royalty, okay? The queen bee, if you will, right? At the same point in time, everyone benefits around you because when you rule with grace and gratitude, people feel it, they see it, they sense it, and it affects them. And this is what pulls people in. Those of you that's stepping into your mission, this is what's going to pull those people in to your structure. Okay? One more shuffle. 7 and 7. One more. We start where we finished. Let's put this on bottom. We start where we finished. You know the rules. We're going to take a little bit closer look at this beautiful card, the Ouroboros. Unity and infinity. What are we talking about here? Lead us the way, shadows of the light. Show us what wants to be shown. Allow us to get the insights from this beautiful oracle. We haven't even started and I'm already loving it. Oh, it feels so good to be in front of y'all. Okay, it's been a minute. All right, let's get close and personal because some of you will get messages just from looking at this card. Now, I do love to preface this that this particular oracle deck is somebody I know, and she is a divine artist. She is what I would call a spiritual artist. So she transmutes with her art. So definitely there are many things in here just for you to discover. Okay, so when we talk about Ouroboros, we're talking about unity, infinity, rebirth, cycles of growth, regeneration, and ancestral connection. Greek for the tail eater, Ouroboros is one of the oldest mystical symbols dating back to as early as 16,000 BC. It is the representation of the infinity and the unity of all things material and spiritual, never disappearing, but perpetually changing form. And what were we talking about? 2244 on the clock. We were talking about a sacred structure, stepping into our imagination, our power and our imagination. Thank you, Spirit, for the numbers. I love it. Similar to the decomposition of dead leaves is what nourishes and regenerates the soil, creating optimal conditions for emergence of new growth. I love this. The premise of the serpent consuming its tail speaks on how destruction infinitely supports creation. In Carl Jung psychology, Ouroboros is the archetype of individualization, which is the process of bringing the unconscious parts of ourselves into the conscious awareness, aka integrating shadow. And integrating, I love it, the parts of ourselves that have been repressed, denied individually, culturally, or societally. Through this process of excavation, illumination, and integration, we become who we truly are, which is who we have always been. Along with the symbolism of the Ouroboros, this art piece contains, come on, 44 ancestral hands created from beeswax. Are you kidding me? Spirit is coming in hard, y'all. Consider the significance of the bee, as well as the numerological significance of 4, structure, stability, foundation, and 8, the representation of infinity, may provide additional insights into your question, into what brought you here. Let's go. I am feeling it. 24 4 4 on the clock. Are you ready to collaborate with being in the right place at the right time? Let's go. Let's go. Okay. First card. We're dealing with this. What are we grounding in? Okay, let's ask some questions here. What are we grounding in? We're grounding in this unmanifest. Okay, so in many ways we don't know. Okay, and yet we do. Okay, but there's still clarity coming in. There's still energies that haven't settled. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. There's still an ending and a beginning. There's still a swap of energies. You can even see this little swirl. For some of you, portals being closed. Okay, now there's this ancestral link here, and I have a stinking suspicion, my friends. Okay, the light is really playing in here. Okay, here we go. I have a stinking suspicion that your particular ancestral ancestry has been doing a lot of work, and it's affecting you and all others in your star family, soul family. The work that you're doing is also affecting everybody else. You see what I mean? And so, as this energy is ready, the unmanifest, it's ready to pour in. That's again letting me know that you are up for this huge. You've been going through this transformation, but there's still a little bit more to let go, right? In order for that unmanifest to come and settle in. So we're going to be dealing with this, okay? We're going to be dealing with this. And of course, energy is always moving. So let's go ahead and get some more information about our connection. It's all right here. Okay. Now I love the number 8 here because we're already highlighting the 44, the 8. We're already highlighting these numbers. And in a lot of ways, look at these 2 hummingbirds. Okay. Now, in a lot of ways, first of all, I'm picking up on your energy immediately. And this is what I was getting. You've been working really hard. The if you are on Facebook, you can find my Facebook page. It's called oh my god, Infinite Energy. Okay, and you will see a hand holding like a grass heart. I always recommend that because it's not as easy to find like the breakouts of the different animals, but you can go to my group page and you can just search hummingbird and you will see Spark of Wisdom. Anytime you see an animal, you can come in and you can get channeled messages, you can get some inspiration. But the hummingbird is a very beautiful animal. It's got this iridescent finish. It never stops. Well, this is not true. It's not that it never stops, okay, because it does. But at the same point in time, its heart beats over 1,200 times a minute. So you have been really, what I'm feeling for this is you've been really walking through fire. Okay. You've been working real hard. You've been flapping those wings. And in a lot of ways, a lot of you are doing this in unison with another partner, doing this, maybe somebody with these rings here. Okay. Remember Saturn's rings. Maybe you're not quite sure who you've been doing this. This is where I was getting that ancestral link. Of course, with that Ouroboros. Remember, a lot of hands in the circle here. Okay, so we're really kind of taking a look. It's like you and your star family, your soul family, you have been working really, really hard to bring calm to these emotions, to really find that energy to really move and groove, that roller skating thing I was talking about. Okay. Now I do notice we have 5 people here. Can we get a couple more likes, you guys? Because it really does help with the algorithms. Okay. We want more people to find this channel. All right. So this is really coming in and tying together. So as we're rooting in, we've got this unmanifest. We're really kind of finding this coming together. I really actually feel for many of you, there's a coming together. Some of you with a love interest, some of you with a project, some of you with a healer that you're meant to collaborate with, some of you a business partner. Okay. So there's lots of things, but what's so awesome is you're both working hard to find each other. Now, I also just got a hint. I don't know if she's on here, Deb. I know some of you are life path eights, okay? And so some of you are connectors. This is part of your mission. You bring people together, okay? So that just came in. Little shout out to my friend Deb. Okay, thank you. Sometimes that happens to help us all understand the different stories. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about next is what are you creating? What has been on your mind? What is fueling your desire, right? Where are you heading? I spilled that coffee earlier. If you didn't see it, you got to go back. We spilled the coffee and it left a heart shape. I cannot even make that up, but I'm sending all of you good vibes, good vibrations, beautiful frequencies. Okay. So let's take a little sip of coffee together. Mm. I am so addicted to French vanilla creamer. I will admit it. How about you? Okay. And what I also love is we have to take the time to enjoy. Some of us are working so hard. We forget the small moments. We forget that, we're pollinators and seed dispersers, okay? And the hummingbird's job is to, I'm not going to say job. Well, I am going to say job is to pollinate the things that are breaking through. Oh, I love this, all this connection to the seeds. Oh, and the thunder just went. Okay. And it's like, that is how the hummingbird gets its nourishment. That's how it can continue on its journey. And it doesn't worry. It doesn't worry about where to find the next flower. It just continues on its journey. And when it's ready, it goes and it gets the energy it needs. Okay. It's always around. Let's see. Wow, that's the sign of my angel mom sends me always heart shaped. Yes, I have to tell you, I also get tons of hearts. I love them, love them, love them. And I'm telling my angels and guides, keep bringing them. Keep bringing them. Because this is what I'm talking about. The little things. It's the little things that make all the difference. And all the difference, especially for those of you that are working so hard. Okay. It really brings that lightness to your heart. It really allows that joy. Whoa. You have been strong. You have been courageous. This is definitely referring to the work that you've been doing in your spark. Okay. Many of you, I'm like definitely feeling it. Okay. Now, I want to tell you it's coming forward. I love that I have learned so many of these stories of the animals. I'm so grateful for all that I've learned over these last 3-4 years, specifically related to animals. Okay. And I am getting ready. We are finally going to do the next animal wisdom. It will be next Friday. Okay. The seagull. But the lion in itself, the lion in itself, and I love this connection to the song Me Too, because when you see this song, you will notice all the blue and the teal. And this is all about, that number 8, also that well of dreams, using your imagination to be your most authentic self. The lion, my friends, the lion is such a warrior. And it's a true fact that 1 out of every 3 male lions make it to adulthood. Okay. So there is a lot of tragedy that can happen. There is a lot of fight, and it is their roar, it is their sound, it is their grounding sound that can be heard miles and miles and miles around. Are you standing in your truth? Are you speaking what's on your mind, what's coming in for you? Are you trusting your individuality and not worried about what's popular? Okay. And we definitely reward that on this channel. We are meant to seek our uniqueness. You are not meant to be like me. I'm not meant to be like you. I'm not meant to be like him over there, my neighbor. We are all unique. And not only are we meant to step into our uniqueness, we're meant to actually cheer and help others do the same. And this is what I'm feeling here. This lion is fierce. Okay? Now, 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 brown cow is what I just heard. How now, brown cow? Let's go deeper. Okay? Because sometimes this is really coming from my experience as an oncology nurse. Okay? If you didn't know, I was an oncology nurse. And sometimes what happens to those who are fierce, sometimes what happens to those who know the fight and have learned from the fight, sometimes it's hard to stop fighting. And this, I believe, is why you've been called here. You don't have to fight anymore. It's time to surrender. It's time to allow this masculine energy to rise into that higher heart. It's time for your feminine energy to not feel. I want you to flip the script and think of the lioness, because in a lot of ways the lion has lots of lionesses who do all the work, right? But they don't do all the work. There's reason, there's symbiotic relationships for everything. But in the position that we're speaking about, this is the card referring to your divine feminine. And your divine feminine is not a masculine energy. Your divine feminine is a feminine energy. It is meant to receive. So, are you receiving? Are you allowing yourself to receive the messages and then stepping into your truth? Okay? Because that is just something that wants to come up. You shouldn't have to fight and claw your way anymore, because many of you have stepped into your authenticity. It has not been easy, okay? I do not want to make this sound like it's easy, because it's not. It's not, okay? Now, the inspiration for this oracle, I just want to show you. Okay, sometimes I can't see what I'm showing you. Okay, I like to show you. There we go. We're doing this. Okay, so now we're going to get into the card of you. If I was you, I'd want to be me too. Okay, that's the song. And this is all from the dance scene where she's like stepped into this. You can even see her masculine and feminine energy aligned, this beautiful royal color with all the teal behind her, filled in her imagination, standing in her grace. Oh, did you hear that? Okay, standing in her grace. And when this video was released, do you know that Meghan Trainor, she actually took the video down because she did ask, this is kind of funny, she did ask the people that made the video, please chop out if I have any mustache hair, but they went further and they made her look skinnier and they took off pounds. And so she wanted to be in her authenticity, and she pulled that video down. She talked to the people and she said, no, I want to be who I am. And then she put it back up the next day. So this really is talking about you being you and not allowing anything, not allowing the courage, the fight, the shadow, the work, what hasn't been in front of you to invade who you are. Okay? I feel it so strongly. Wow. Just take a moment at you right now. Looking out. I'm hearing that song. You make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman, woman. Oh, man. What does that song mean to you? How can you pull up that song and see the oracle and the truth and the insights that come from that? When I hold this card, which feels like really important here, what I'm feeling is, remember, we talked about the emotions and we also talked about the fire. Okay, look at all this purple. We've got the heron. Look at the eyes being emphasized here. Okay. Have you been feeling lonely? Have you been wondering? Have you been looking out on the morning rains? Oh, feeling so uninspired. What have you been looking at? How have you been looking at yourself? What are the things that are coming up for you? Um, because of your journey, because of the work, because of the fight, because actually many don't even understand, and it's not that you don't want them to understand. It's like, do you have enough time? Because the journey is extensive, and for some of you, complicated. Okay, so let's really kind of go ahead. What's on your heart is this solitude. Okay, resourcefulness, out of the box thinking, innovation, patience. Ooh, okay, I'm getting a zinger there. Wow, patience, stilling the mind. So some of you have been working so hard. Some of you, all of you, you've been working so hard. You're ready for it to translate. You're ready for the gift and the challenge. And, we're getting it's coming. It's coming. It's all about having that unconditional love and remembering that when we have expectations, that expectations are many times disappointments in the making. So, how can we keep our heart open? How can we keep our gaze and our vision on the horizon, seeing, okay, in this card that things are still coming together? I want to read this. The heron is not only highly creative and resourceful, she is well versed in the art of timing, right place, right time, my friends, which inherently speaks to her trust in life's flow. Mary says, I'm wondering how long you have to be patient. Can I get an amen on that? I'm feeling you, my friend. She knows exactly what she wants, and her patience, clarity of vision, and deeply instinctual nature will allow her to see and manifest opportunities that might be overlooked by others. She doesn't waste time or energy doubting if there's a fish in the pond. She knows that the stiller she becomes, the clearer the picture will become. And the view from the water surface. She knows precisely when to strike and she doesn't doubt herself. Here we go in bold. Channeling Heron's spirit can further encourage the confidence, patience, resourcefulness, and trust that already exist within you. So maybe doing a little search on the heron, her on is what I'm seeing. Allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to know that you are in the right place at the right time, that you have all the energy you need, that you've learned everything from the fight, that there is still more to manifest, and that opportunities will present themselves. Water represents our emotional body. And I literally am teaching that the emotional body also is a manifestation of the physical quality of your feminine energy. And so if you're rolling in the emotions, how can we assist you? How can we assist you to find calmer waters? Okay. And that might mean you need a little assistance. Let me know. I know I can help you out. If the waters of your emotions have felt murky, arid, or turbulent, what steps can you take today to move into balance? How might these steps connect you with the heron's gift of patience, timing, resourcefulness, and solitary nature? Long ago, the word alone meant all one. Oh my God, my heart is literally quivering. Taking time to be all one with oneself was seen as a way to deepen one's connection to their higher self. Might it be time to experience oneness? And that is a huge thing that we talk about on this channel. How can we work in collaboration with the crystals, the plants, the trees, the dragons, the fairies, your angels? Okay, you don't have to be alone. All one. How can you be in balance? How can you understand that there are energies all around you assisting you? How can we remember that the work of our ancestors and the imprint and going full circle, okay, is something that is infinite and also brings us into that unity. Let's not forget what's on bottom. Wow. So this is actually talking about Her-On. This is the place, the placement I said previously of the harp. This is what's on your heart. This is about looking out on the morning rains. And this is about you stepping into your power once and for all, owning your queendom, ruling with grace and gratitude. This is about you learning from all the things that have gone before. And in many ways, with that Saturn coming in, okay, with that unmanifest happening in that earth chakra, you have been moving mountains, my friends. Moving mountains, literally changing the landscape around you, okay? And this is how we calm the waters. When we step into that power, when we can own that, when we can surrender, then that masculine energy that many of us are fighting with can actually go into his rightful place in that higher heart, which we're going to look at. And when that happens, we have true receive and action. We have true systematic steps that will propel you forward. And it's no longer a question of if. It's not about if. Right now, it's about when. It's about that sunset. It's about, are you aligning to the energies to help with that sunset, to allow that sunset to end so that you can have that breakthrough. When the energies release, something comes forward, right? To allow you to break through. So beautiful. So that you can sing your soul song, so that you can have that rebirth, so that you can emerge from those waters. Look at this water and fire. Are you feeling it? It's coming in the whole reading. So that you can align to the ingredients, your authenticity, to allow you to renew. This is a beluga whale, okay? And they are quite well at making sound and transmuting sound at deep levels within the waters. Okay, they are very clear communicators, and this is again coming in this oracle. This is all about you being authentically you and communicating your emotions. Okay, but just as we see emerge It's like in that background, we're also got that phoenix. We're letting go. We're rebirthing. So we've got this new beginning. We're breaking through, and we're also letting go. Okay. And this is what's adding. Oh my gosh, for a lot of you, this is two parts of yourself, your masculine and feminine energy. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. Oh, working so hard to find the heart, the center for each other, to be into collaboration. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So what do we want to have this unconditional love for? What do we want to do? Is we really want to focus here on your light body. Okay? Now, this is just what's come in for me. You take it within yourself and see if it works for you. But anytime the light body comes up for me, I'm getting my booty out in the sun. Okay? So I'm assuming that those of you that find this channel need that message. Okay? Just as we saw this breakthrough here, and it's like we have this breakthrough. We're coming out of those emotions so that we can bask in the sun, so that we can have that phoenix moment. Okay. And this is really kind of what I'm also seeing exactly right here. It's very similar, actually. Look at the energy. It's very, very similar. So your energy and vibration is literally in two different places. And some of you are just, kind of, you're not, it's not that you're stuck. You might feel stuck. Okay. And that's because if you can get yourself into the sun, you can allow some of those energies that are no longer meant to serve you to burn off, so that those energies can burn off and new energies can come through to help you break through. Oh, I love how this is coming together. All right, we got one more final card. The Great Horned Owl. Now, I saw this in my shuffling, okay? And what I'm feeling right away is this connection to this lion. I'm feeling this so much. This connection to the lion, the great horned owl. We're going to read about it because this entire oracle is all about you stepping into your authenticity, stepping into your seven, who you are, your magic. Okay. And it's like with this discernment and the fact that we're getting a lot to be patient. Okay. We want to remember what I talked about, the vibration of being in the fight, the hardest thing. Um, okay, it's coming up again, so I'm going to mention it. It's coming up for purpose for all of you in different ways. But one of the biggest things, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're an oncology nurse, a cancer nurse." If you don't know, and yes, I was, and I loved my job. And immediately, most people are like, that must be so difficult. Okay. And the reason I'm bringing up this card is because what was difficult, one of the hardest things in the work that I did, was watching people who would literally fight for their life so much that when they came to the end of their life, okay, which is just an ending and a new beginning, they didn't know how to stop fighting. And that just made things a little harder for them. So that's when things were most difficult. And if you've ever been part of somebody leaving our earth and going on to what's next, sometimes people just need permission that everything's okay. And so this feels really important, because this discernment is coming up. Because if you continue to fight, if you continue to put your energy into that, you could be overlooking the peace. And this is why this discernment is coming up. You could be overlooking, because of that lack of patience, because of that will, if you will. Okay? And so your angels and guides are letting you know the shadows of the light, they want to be released. okay? And to do things that you've never done before is unfamiliar. So let's go ahead and get a little familiar with this discernment, and then we'll close with the final channeled message. There are 4 owls in this deck, and the fact that this particular one came up really actually means a lot because the great horned owl is the biggest of all the owls. Okay, let me find it. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second here. Well, I do love the little bit of synchronicity here. I just want to show you that the great horned owl, which we're going to read on the next page, is the heron, talking about the patience. And on the very next page is the hive, talking about the bee. Of course, these are in alphabetical order, okay? But, I just thought it was worth mentioning. Now, the great horned owl speaks about ferocity, strength, boldness, discernment, protection, and boundaries. The most ferocious of the owl family is the great horned owl. It is considered to be the lunar equivalent to the solar red-tailed hawk. Like the hawk, he has tremendous strength and is very fast-moving. As they've been known to argue over territory with red tails, the owl asks us to reflect on our relationship with boundaries and personal space. Are we demonstrating defensiveness or hostility? Or are we approaching our boundaries from a place of integrity, compassion, and self-respect? I'm going to pause for a moment because that's what I was feeling, that ferociousness of the lion, okay? And how it's like, when I'm hearing off with her head, okay? So that's interesting energy just coming up. The great horned owl's bold tenacity, strength, and clarity of vision invites us into taking courageous action on the dreams in our hearts. He doesn't waste time in doubt, indecision, or worry. He simply commits and allows. What a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. Getting clear on exactly what you wish to create, to achieve, then moving forward with specific direction will empower you as you align yourself with purposeful action, one small inspired step at a time. If you're not yet clear on what that is you wish to create, ask to be given a vision. Pay close attention to the symbols, the dreams, the synchronicities, and the patterns revealed in the weeks ahead. Have courage, trust your instincts and life's unfolding, and know that you can always change paths if need be. So how can you ask your team for a vision? How can you ask your team to allow you to see the discernment? The shadows of the light have one more message for you. When you are free and believe what you see, that there is your power. Ooh. When you are free and believe what you see, that there is your power. So how can you work with all? How can you work with all the elements, all the animals, all the different beings to inhabit? How can you allow those wisdoms that presented today to guide you? And how can you remember that we are all here to assist each other? If you feel that it's for you, please check out my new class, Shadow Alchemy. We actually dropped a lot of it today, but I'd love to connect the dots. It's instantly it's $33 for the class. It's about an hour and a half. And we get really intimate about shadows, about what they turn into. It's really an awesome class and a great way to connect. And then it instantly gives you a $33 rebate should you decide to do a shadow box healing session where I can assist you to integrate your shadows. Thank you for the shadows of the light coming forward to share this message with us all. Have yourself a great day. I look forward to hearing more. Okay, feel free to touch base with me at angelinsight.net. And it looks like, unless something comes up, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here, y'all. And it looks like I'll be seeing you next Friday, unless something else comes up. I'm doing a little shadow dancing myself. So know that I'm here with you. As happens for one, happens for all. So I, too, am going to be very patient. Talk to y'all very soon. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Weekend to all who celebrate here in the States. Have yourself a great weekend, and we will connect soon. Bye.